Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfoods.com. If you haven't already, click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, going to making some bulgur with some tomatoes, kind of Middle Eastern style. I've got a nice sized pot here. You don't actually need it this big, it's just so you guys can see it. And in there I've got some lovely olive oil, and quite a lot. I like to give this a lot of oil for the flavour. It's really simple. We're going to start off by adding some chopped onions. In they go. I like to add a bit of bay leaf, entirely optional. I also like to add a little bit of flaked chilli, again optional. Let's get some salt in here, some black pepper, and a nice heaped teaspoon of chopped garlic. Simply we're going to cook this for just two or 3 minutes. Then we're going to add our bulgur or cracked wheat or whatever you call it. There you go, that's it there. So it's roughly about the same amount as the onion. Now this is quite a coarse grain bulgur or bulgur. You don't need to wash it, but just go through and see if there's any imperfections. There might be some little black spots in there or something, or just take them out, but it's fine. So once the bulgur goes in, we're going to cook that just for like 2 or 3 minutes by stirring it. Then we're going to add liquid. Now you can use a chicken stock. Traditionally you'd use a chicken stock, but if you want to keep it veggie, use a vegetable stock. And quite frankly, if you season this enough, you could just use water. Okay, they're looking good. So in goes our bulgur. Like I say, roughly equal parts of onions and the bulgur. So let's just throw this around in the pan, stirring it all the time. Just for another 2 minutes. I'm on a kind of medium type heat. This is coming along beautifully. Some lovely aromas coming from this. At this point I'm going to add some tomatoes, and as you can see, that's about twice as much in there as the other 2 ingredients. We're just going to stir these in. Now I'm now going to add some liquid. I'm going to use water. If you've watched this channel before, you will know that I dislike stock cubes immensely. I find them disgusting little things. They're just packed with sugar. I'd rather not use them. If you like them, then use them. I just don't like them. So let's get some water in there. Just enough to cover that over. Now we're going to turn the heat up high. We're going to get a lid on that and we're going to cook that, I think, for about 4 to 5 minutes, then we'll be back. See you then. Let's jump in now and take a look. As you can see, we're boiling away here. It's starting to get that kind of red colour. What we want is these tomatoes to completely break down, the water to absorb, and our bulgur to be cooked. Now to add to this now, I have some tomato paste. So in that goes. That's going to give it a bit more colour as well. And because I'm adding this paste with all the other flavours that I've got in there, that's kind of why I don't really dig using these stock cubes or anything like that. If I've got fresh stock or homemade stock, then of course I'll use it, and also it gives me a bit more control. I kind of know what's going on. So that colour's a little bit more vibrant now. So I've turned the heat right down to a little simmer now. The lid's going to go back on. We need to cook this until our bulgur is tender or cooked. Depending on the type of bulgur you've used, because there are different grades and sizes, you certainly don't want to use the really fine one. That's really no good for this. It will just mush instantly. But I reckon it's going to be about another 10 minutes. Stir often. We need to lose some of that liquid in there, and it's just going to be absolutely delicious. I'll be back then. Okay, off goes the heat. Some steam out of there. As you can see, all of my liquid has gone. It's been soaked up by that bulgur. The tomatoes have really come through now and cooking down really beautifully. I'm going to remove this bay leaf. Check this for salt. There you go. Yeah, check it for salt, see if it's fine. Play around with it. I mean, you might want to put some cumin in it, some cardamom maybe. Just, you know, feel free to do what you like with it. I just like to put a bit of garlic and bay leaf in mine with the chili flakes. Entirely up to you. This is so easy to make. It is delicious and it's full of goodness. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.